Hey comic book fans, my nerdy friends, and my geeky compadres, what's going on? Coming at you today with a back issue review, plus kind of a haul and unpackaging video. So, yeah, let's get going. Okay, first things first, I want to start off with the unpackaging / haul. Like earlier this week, I got a package in the mail. I won a few eBay auctions, one of them from HowlerMouse. So thanks to him for having some great eBay auctions going on. So just show you what I got from him. First, I've noticed a lot of people mentioning this book a lot, how it's really good, really great, a fun read. The Incredible CJ kind of got me into this one. So, FF number 1, FF number 2, and FF number 3. I also picked up number 4 at my shop, so I'll be caught up once I read these. Really excited to start reading these. Yeah. And then the other HowlerMouse auction I won, Deadpool. Ooh, there we go. Number 62 and 63. I love this cover. This is a sweet, sweet cover. I love the birds like flying around his head, and it's cool. So thanks again to HowlerMouse for having those auctions. Yeah, came in packaged great. Another thing that I got, DC Comics Presents number 62. 26. Wow, my head is gone today. I've been thinking way too much today. It's been rough. It's cloudy, nasty, rainy here, and I had some stuff going on. But so yeah, DC Comics Presents number 26. First appearance of the new Teen Titans. So really psyched to read this one. Plus, that's awesome. Like this cover. Yeah, and then when I got home today, 2 packages in the mail. You probably have a pretty good idea of what it is. But, I know what it is. Cardboard and tape. Get my knife out. So yeah, I pre-cut it, thinking that this would be nice and easy, but I didn't bother to look in the box before I started taping. Or recording. We don't call it taping anymore. See, that's the 80s kid in me. We used to call it taping, kids, because you had videotapes. That's how you used to record things. Jesus. Dang, there's a lot of tape in this. At least it was secure, though. This is going to be a long unpackaging video. That's not even the main part of the video that I wanted to do. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, there it is. DC Comics Presents number 4. This finishes off the run for me. This is a big moment in my life right now. So, DC Comics Presents just finished it. Excuse me. Very cool. Superman and the Middleman. Sorry about that. Goodness. Goodness, jeez. And package number 2. Man, this one's gonna give me trouble too. Alright. So, told you guys before that with the contest going on, I was going to order another copy of DC Comics Presents number 4. So, now for the contest, one of the prizes is DC Comics Presents little mini run here, 1 through 7. And the 100 subs contest goes until Wednesday at 5 p.m. Like I told you in the last video. Thank you everybody who has subscribed and entered. I've really enjoyed all your answers and videos. It's been a really fun experience going through this contest thing. Never done it before, and it's kind of difficult to set up and get going properly, but it's been pretty good, I think. So yeah, Wednesday I'll end up pulling the names for the winners, and yeah. So yep, one of the prizes, 1 through number 7. And speaking of DC Comics Presents number 1, that's what I'm doing my back issue video on today. There it is, Superman and Flash. Now I read and did a review on, I believe it was number 5, with Superman and Aquaman, and I told everybody how I'm not a huge Superman fan, and all these books have Superman in them, but it's the interaction between Superman and the other characters that I really, really like, that I really enjoy, and what keeps these books going. And man, as a number 1, it's funny because nowadays number 1s come out and you're just kind of like, I know you're left, they're supposed to leave you wanting more. And I'll say with one of the newest ones that came out, one of the newest number 1s that came out was Age of Ultron one that came out, and I was left not really wanting more. I went and picked up number 2 because I thought maybe it would, you know, give me a little bit more, but it didn't. So to see where it's like the history of number 1s, that this is one of, I mean, this is a history of number 1. This is how number 1s should be done always. This book was phenomenal, and it's just, it leaves you needing to read number 2. Like, it's not like, maybe I'll pick up number 2, you know, whatever. No, this is quite you know what? No, this is the best setup I have ever read. I mean, there's probably better, but a setup for number 2, this is the best one I've read, and it's just great. It starts off with Superman's flying around, Flash is running, they're in their separate cities, and there's an alien spaceship that goes down in Rosemont is the name of the city, and you see Superman there coming up on it. Superman takes a look at it with his microscopic vision and finds out that it's actually a living organism. The ship is a living being, and so Superman is just gonna kind of try and figure it out. Well, while he's trying to figure it out, a vibration beam comes down from space and destroys the ship. After that, the beam kind of keeps going and getting bigger and kind of envelops Rosemont. And you see Flash just coming to Rosemont, and Flash and Superman meet each other. They're like, what are you doing here? Well, I'm here because of the spaceship. Oh, you're here because of the spaceship? So am I. So let's figure this out and team up, and it'll be awesome. So, I mean, it starts off with them being a team and helping out, trying to save this city. So Superman is trying to figure out what this beam is doing, and this is the funniest part. He sees that the beam is like making the town disappear, and he makes this. I forget what he makes it of. Oh man, what is it? Oh, used his heat vision to melt an aluminum roof to make a spatula to move all the people from the city away from the city while it's disappearing. I thought that was really funny. And then Superman sent Flash to run around the city to counteract the vibration with his own vibration. While Flash is running around the city, Superman takes off his cape to block the vibration beam and flies up into space to find this this other ship that is also made of living particles. And so he takes the beam and just kind of stops it. Meanwhile, a bubble comes down and encapsulates Flash and sends him up to a spaceship. So the Flash is coming up and Superman's up in space, and all of a sudden the spaceships turn into like a big movie screen, and it starts talking to him telepathically. An alien telling Superman to stop, kind of like attacking the spaceship with the beam that they're sending down. Flash is going up, and Superman gets encapsulated by this bubble too, and they both go into this ship. And while they're going in, this second ship shows up and kind of docks with the other one. And we found out that there's these two alien beings. One race is called the Volkir, and the other is called... what is it? Man. Zelkot. Zelkot and Volkir. And they have been... we find out they have been warring forever. Like before time. Like before Earth was inhabited by anything. We find out that they currently don't know why they're fighting. They just know that they live to fight. Which is, I mean, it's kind of sad, but it seems like sometimes things are that way, you know. People fight for no reason that they don't really understand. For the time, like, this was awesome. The Volkir and the Zolkot trap Flash in a cage where if he tries to vibrate out, he can't get through it. The material gets more dense and wraps around him, so he's trapped. They've also trapped Superman in a cage as well, made up of, I believe, this Q particles, Q energy, which renders Superman powerless. So he can't get out either. It's draining his power, kind of like kryptonite does. So as they go on talking, they find out that one of the, I believe it's one of the Zelkot, maybe not the Zelkot, maybe it's the Volkir, was flying that ship down to Earth to stop their war ever happening. The Volkir they kind of came to a realization that they want the war to stop. They're just kind of done with it. And so they sent one of their own soldiers to go forward in time to a point where time stops and they go back to the past, because they can only travel forward in time. They go to the cosmic curtain is what it's called. And he's supposed to break through and go back to the past to stop the war ever happening. Well, the Zelkot live for the fight. They don't want it to stop. So they're trying to capture him. Now, being that Superman is captured and the Flash is captured, they're both captured by different species. So the Volkir captured Flash, and they want him to catch up to their soldier and help him break through the cosmic curtain to stop the war. Well, the Zelkot caught Superman, and they want him to catch up and stop the Volkir from breaking through the curtain. We find out that the Volkir inhabit. Okay, oh man, this is kind of crazy. Okay, so the Volkir and the Zelkad lived together as one species on Earth before it developed. They started a fight. They don't know why, and the Zelkad left Earth and inhabited Krypton. And when they inhabited Krypton, they stopped it from exploding before Superman was born. So Superman has to go stop the Volkir soldier from breaking through, so that Krypton lives through the first explosion attempt. So I mean, you're left with, it's just, oh my god, man, this story really kind of it sucked me in, and you're like, oh my gosh, I mean, what's gonna happen? You can't have these guys destroying Earth, so you're rooting for Flash, but then you don't want Krypton to be destroyed, so you're rooting for Superman, which I don't normally do, but it's a very compelling story, and it's just awesome. Yeah, it's phenomenal. Like, I love these old books. They're so great, and it's just awesome. So, we see Flash running in place as the time kind of changes. One thing I found really funny while reading this is, look how far back, how far up Flash's leg goes as he's running. So he's running through centuries right here, running through time, and he ends up running into something, and I initially thought it was the soldier that he caught up to, but he ran into the Reverse Flash, and they get into a fight, and that's the last page of the book. You're really left with this cliffhanger that you just have to read number 2, and that is how it's supposed to be done. This is how it's supposed to be done. This is comic books at their best. It's just phenomenal. I really loved it, and I'll probably end up doing an issue number 2 review next week. Actually, my next back issue review will be number 2. I can't say it's going to be next week because I'll be in the middle of moving next week, so I'm not really sure how many videos and how I'm going to be able to keep up next week. But I'll come back at you the next week after that, doing all my regular videos. I might even do a couple extra just to kind of keep it going. So yeah, that was my back issue review on DC Comics Presents issue number 1. Really loved it. It's fantastic. This series is just great. I mean, I've read 3 or 4 books already, and every one is it's just phenomenal. I'm super glad. I'm super stoked to have the run completed now. 1 through 97 and the 4 annuals. It's just awesome. And yeah. So that's it for this video. Thanks a lot for watching. Sorry, kind of went on quite a bit. I'm almost pushing 20 minutes now. But thanks a lot for watching. I want to thank everybody out there who's supporting me and who's really helping me out. So, a lot of people. So thank you, everybody from the community. You guys are just awesome. Thank you so much. And to show my appreciation, I'm doing the contest for you guys, and I hope you guys enter. So I'll put a link down at the bottom here in the description. Check out the contest video. Enter. Wednesday at 5 o'clock. It's going to end. So have your entries in by then, and then I'll do the name pulling. I'm actually going to pull names out of my hat. So yeah, it'll be cool. So with that, I say have a nice night. See you later. Bye.